Hey everyone, my name is Athanasios Bonas. I am a published Pankration researcher, and this is a new series I'm thinking of making on a consistent basis, perhaps weekly or bi-weekly, where I focus on a single vase and give you a full rundown of its history and an analysis of the iconography, which will either be Pankration, wrestling, boxing, or workout depictions. Consider this video as somewhat of an experiment, where I can gauge your reaction and see if it's a good idea to continue making these, because I'm looking for a way to produce simple yet educational videos that don't require tens or hundreds of hours of editing like some of my other content on the channel. Something I can do while writing the book to keep a consistent stream of videos going up. So, whether you like it or don't, let me know, because I will base the future of this series entirely on your feedback. Now, today we're going to be looking at perhaps the most famous amphora displaying Pankration, found in the Metropolitan Museum in New York. For starters, I want to give credit to the Met for making these images public domain. Words cannot express how much I despise museums that keep vases and other artifacts hidden in storage or placed behind needless copyright paywalls, but rant aside, good on the Met for this. Still, I can't just solely give them praise. I have to grill them a little bit for their description of the vase. Look at this. The inclusion of the judge may highlight the particular danger of the event to the competitors. Okay, so kind of like the referee in this picture, who really does accentuate the immense and imminent danger that the event poses to the life of these tennis players. I mean, they're so fixated on making Pankration out to be a bloodbath that they don't even care if what they're saying makes sense or not. Come on guys, what did they pay you? I'll give you double. Anyway, on to the vase. This is a black figure amphora from the first quarter of the 5th century BCE. It was found in Vulci in Italy. This amphora was originally given as a prize in the Panathenaic Games, which occurred in Athens every 4 years in the 3rd year of the Olympiad. The event lasted 8 days and included athletic contests for boys, youths, and men, as well as poetry and music competitions. These games are classified as chrematitis, meaning that the champions would receive monetary prizes. The winner and sometimes the runner-up were awarded with a number of amphorae filled with olive oil, produced from the sacred grove of Athena at Academia. A Pankratias champion, for example, would receive 80 such amphorae, while the runner-up would receive 16. To put Pankration's popularity in context, boxers and wrestlers would receive 60 amphorae, while the runner-ups got 12. This particular vase held about 37 liters of olive oil, while the average amphora would hold around 40 liters. Multiply that by 80 vases and yeah, that's a lot of olive oil. Especially if you consider that 40 liters, so basically one vase, held enough for 2 to 3 people to use in an entire year. Hence, many athletes would either sell some amphorae or dedicate them to sanctuaries. But it wasn't just the olive oil. The vases themselves were state-commissioned and crafted in the best workshops in all of Athens. 1,450 of these amphorae were given in each event, and overall, less than 1% of these vases have survived. The way you can tell this amphorae is a Panathenaic prize is from both the image of Athena Promachos on one side and of course the writing Ton Athenethen Athlon, which is roughly translated as the Athenian prize. And I say roughly because there really isn't a good way to translate the word Athlon in English. As you can see, the letters and spelling in the Greek inscription are quite different. There's no eta and the lambda is sort of upside down. That's because this writing uses the pre-Euclidean Attic alphabet to the image of the goddess Athena. Firstly, the Pegasus on the shield, which is a device that lets you know who actually painted the vase, and that would most likely be Kleothradis. After the 6th century BC, you don't have artist signatures on prize amphorae, so painters would make a distinctive shield device to differentiate themselves. The columns with the roosters and what they symbolize is a mystery. But the image of Athena really is magnificent. She wears a helmet with a large crest, an earring, a koyo bracelet, the aegis, a robe called ependitis, which reaches down to the midsection and is worn over a peplos, which is a garment that reaches down to the ankles. Look at the pattern and details of her clothing and the distinct color of her skin on what is otherwise a black figure vase. On the other side of the amphorae, we have the Pankration depiction. On the right, you see the judge holding a ravdos, the two-pronged stick, and he wears a himation, and you can see how intricately these were made. It's definitely not just a white monochrome bedsheet you throw over the shoulder like portrayed in the media. Finally, to the Pankrátias. The attacker is standing southpaw, which you can tell from the twist of his body. He is executing a rear leg front kick using the ball of the foot, so not a push kick with the heel. This technique would be called diptin lax, or just diptin, and is a jab to the midsection. If he was doing a push kick, he wouldn't be twisting his torso as much, he would be striking with the flat of the foot or the heel, and both arms would be held higher, as you can see in this Vase depiction. That kick would be called apolaktizin. I know that in Human Weapon and in most other media, they call this kick gastrizin. But gastrizin just means a strike to the gastra, which means belly, so it could be any type of kick. The defender has an orthodox stance, likely a square one, which you can tell by the position of his hips and how he shifted his weight forward, dropping the front heel and elevating the rear. By the way he's caught his opponent's kick from the flat of the foot, you can tell that he didn't catch it and then go for the underhook, because that's not a secure grab like a heel catch would be. What's happening here is he caught the foot and went for the underhook in one timing, simultaneously. If his opponent isn't an amateur and did the kick 10 times in a row, which is obviously unlikely, that means he anticipated the kick, he didn't react to it. So he's likely executing a trap, meaning he gave his opponent the right conditions for him to think it was an opportune moment to use a front kick. In other words, he baited him into doing it. It's overall an amazing scene with excellent detail and a lot of thought put into it. It shows how the ancient Hellenists valued the mind games that are a part of combat sports, but also how much they really didn't like kicks. Seriously, there is not a single vase displaying a kick actually landing on an opponent. They are countered or missed every single time. But that will do it for episode 1 of this series, ? Whether or not I will continue depends entirely on your feedback. So let me know if you enjoyed this, if you found it interesting, if you found it boring, or if you have any other feedback that can be useful. Oh, and did I tell you? I'm trying to write an academic book, and I'm pretty close to my goal on Patreon to make it happen. There's exclusive content for every subscription tier, and any one of them helps. Give this video a look for more details. Cheers!